Hi, rockers. Hello, hello, hello. Here I have some company to read chapter 10. And what's the name for it? Inside the stockade. Da, 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 da. What is a stockade? Yeah, exactly. What is it? Well, this one on Treasure Island, it's a small wooden fort built by Captain Flint's crew years before. All right. So there's the protection around. Yes, the wooden protection. Stay there, baby. Okay. So, and the Jolly Roger, yes, asked you in the previous chapter. Yes, nobody answered yet. The Jolly Roger. These are some elements. Look, skull and crossbones, skeleton, hourglass, sword arm. So you can find them all. And you will see that in another picture they wear a red hat. So the Jolly Roger, it's a character, okay? Don't get confused. Look what I found. Look at that. Well, this is a pirate ship, and it's an excursion in Mexico, in Cancun. I've never been there. Look at that. It's amazing. I would love to. So check for if you are going to travel, there are some dialogues to practice that. Okay. Interesting. Let's come back to the story. Okay. So here is when Jim is approaching. Yes, he climbs to in order to get in there. He finds Captain Smollett. Yeah. And look what the AI has created. This is Gemini creating these pictures. Jim is already inside, and we have the picture of who's here in the second square. Captain Silva. Yes, with a white flag. Truth, Dale, come on. Who does believe you? Nobody. Who believes you? No one. No one. And then the Jolly what? What is the name? Let's see back. The Jolly Roger. Yes, the Jolly Roger. When this, okay, the mutiny appears, they combat. Yes. This is taken from one of the books. It's not my book, but here is when they buried Tom, that who was so loyal to them. Remember? So they end up burying him. Here, I means Jim. Remember that this is in first narration, first narrator. And here we have again more pictures from different books that I found. Okay. Here when they're already combating. Okay. Well, there are some debatable questions at the beginning. Okay. Was Captain Smollett right to distrust Silver from the beginning? Should the crew have stayed on the ship instead of moving to the stockade? Well, they didn't know actually that there was a stockade there. Okay. Does the white flag from Silver show weakness or a strategy? Dun, dun, dun. Is Trelawney a good leader or too arrogant? Should Jim have been allowed to participate in battle preparation? Remember that he's a kid. Are the mutineers victims of Silver's manipulation? Is discipline smart better than charisma by Silver in crisis? Does fear, miedito, make the crew stronger or weaker? Should Abraham Gray have switched sides earlier? Because he switched sides in this chapter. He goes back to Captain Smollett. Is the stockade the symbol of hope or imprisonment? Because they're surrounded and they have no way out, okay? They are somehow protected, but there were pirates on the roof around. There were not so many pirates, but well, there were. Is Dr. Livesey the real hero of this chapter? Do the pirates deserve sympathy? Is Jim reliable as a narrator? Should Smollett have trusted Silver's truth? What is the truth? Yes, you know that? When he comes with the white flag. So, does the Jolly Roger increase tension effectively? Hmm? Are the loyal crew morally superior? Is rum a symbol of chaos? Is silver brilliant or evil? Mhm. Does Jim mature in this chapter? A lot. Poor guy. Is the island itself a character? Yes, it is. Well, setting in place. The Stockade on Treasure Island, a small wooden fort built by Captain Flint's crew years before, surrounded by thick forest, sand, and a cleaned area in front. The beach and the Hispaniola ship visible in the distance depending on the angle. That's why they could see the Roger. Hmm? The setting in time, late 18th century, around the golden age of piracy. Okay, the chapter takes place after dawn with low mist, hay una niebla muy pesada, adding tension and uncertainty. Timeline follows the crew's escape. La tripulación, tripulación por favor es crew, fíjense ahí, from the mutineers the day before, antes, before es antes. Now, the historical context, remember this. Inspired by the golden age of piracy, 1650, 70, 30, stockades were real temporary defensive forts of islands used by pirates on islands. Acuérdense que se dice on islands. The pirate flag, the Jolly Roger, was historically used to intimidate and force surrender. Te rendís o te rendís. Rum played a major role in the life of sailors and pirates. And this reflects colonial exploration, maritime danger, and naval discipline. Now, narration. First person narrator, Jim Hawkins. Narrative style, retrospective, because from the very beginning, we know that Jim is telling the story when he was a child. Jim tells the story as an adult, looking back. Good. The tone is scripted, adventurous, and emotional, honest. Emotionally honest. Honest, la H no se pronuncia. Don't pronounce the H. We've got Jim, observant, courageous, curious, lawyers, sometimes impulsive, como cuando se tiró al barco. Ayer se fue con los mutineers. Rolling the chapter helps carry supplies, observes Silver's tactics, and shows maturity. Ben Gunn, strange, isolated, half wild, porque estuvo en la isla un montón de tiempo solita, secretive, fearful yet hopeful. Note, he's not active in chapter 10, but part of the context. Yes, remember that when Silver comes, he mentions that somebody good with a knife killed one of the pirates at night while they sleeping. So he said, come on, don't kill us while we are sleeping. We have been drinking a lot of wine, or we were drinking a lot of wine, rum. Okay, bueno. Jim says, okay, this was Ben. Exactly. Ben killed one. Captain Smollett, strict discipline, strong moral compass, tactical thinker, experienced sailor. Role plans defense of the stockade, sets rules, anticipates pirate attack. He was clever. He knew it. Long John Silver, persuasive, manipulative, charismatic, strategically intelligent. The role, he sends messages of peace. Remember that this symbol was always peace. Uses negotiation as a trap. But he flies the Jolly Roger. Yes, the Jolly Roger. Now, the pirate flag, the Jolly Roger, is a character. Symbol of death, threat, mutiny, and rebellion. Signals that the pirates now control the Hispaniola. Intimidates the loyal crew, obviously. Dr. Livesey, rational, brave, calm under pressure, a natural leader. And in the role in this chapter, he organizes defenses, cares the wounded, for wounded, stays logical. We've got Hunter, lawyer, quiet, hardworking, obedient. He helps carry supplies as Jim assists with defense. Tom, poor Tom. Old lawyer, emotionally attached to Trelawney. Guard supports the group. He dies later. Well, actually, in this book, in this chapter, it depends on the book. Okay. Polite, obedient, well-trained servant. This is Joyce. Takes orders without questioning. The role is to helps. He helps in the stockade defense again. Trelawney. Rich, proud, generous, sometimes careless, brave. He arms and leads his men. Tries to show courage. Israel Hands. Not physically present in this chapter, but part of pirate forces. Violent, skilled sailor, loyal to Silver until later betrayal. We'll see, we'll see. Other mutineers, angry, alcohol controlled, a lot of rum in their bodies, violent, pause, ahí va una coma, undisciplined, represent pure chaos versus Smollett's discipline. Abraham Gray, honorable, hesitant, but good hearted. Eventually joins the loyal crew. He's still between sides at this point. Now, vocabulary back. Pull down, destroy or dismantle structure, stockade, a wooden fort made for posts for protection, a white flag or cloth, symbol of peace, of truce, remember? Tregua refers to a temporary pause in fighting signaled by a white flag, low mist, thin fog close to the ground, willing to make peace, prepared to stop fighting. Rum, alcoholic drink common on ships. By thunder! At the moment, um, there is a phrase that says, perhaps that's why I'm here now, but you won't do it again. By thunder! This is what Silver says. Yeah, meaning like, I swear by God, asleep, not awake. Sail the ship, navigate, control a vessel, marquen esa B corta. Bullet, a small piece of metal fired from a gun. Anger, strong feeling of displeasure. To swear, promise strongly, use bad language. Bueno, cuando se empezaron a decir cosas no muy lindas. Entre Captain Silver, ahora he becomes the captain on the Hispaniola, yes? While some phrasal verbs break out, start a fight, give in, surrender, rendirse, carry on, continue, look out, be careful, set off, start a journey, turn back, retreat, volver, regresar, stand by, be ready to act. Hay una canción muy linda que es Stand by me, ves como que support, darle support a alguien, ¿no? Calm down, relax, run out of, have no more left, quedarse sin algo, quedarse without food. ¿Vieron cuando saltaron al barco que se había quedado un arma en el onda Hispaniola? Entonces los padres empezaron a tirarle tiros, ¿no? To shoot. Y se hundió el barquito donde iban the crew. It's a gun without food, okay? They ran out of food. Take over, gain control. The pirates take over the ship. And we start with literary devices. Yes, shall we? Bien. Imagery. Acá tenemos imágenes, ¿ok? Low mist, gray morning, thick forest. Symbolism. The Jolly Roger. Como dijimos, era un character. What does it symbolize? Death. And the white flag? False peace. Obvio, sí. Esa paz era re trucha. Foreshadowing. Esto es cuando uno se anticipa algo que va a venir. Entonces, Silver's negotiation hints a future betrayal. ¿Ok? Sí, porque nosotros queremos peace. Menos mal que Smollett era re intelligent, ¿no es cierto? Contrast disciplined crew versus chaotic pirates. Personification. Nature described as silent, waiting, en espera. Hablando de la naturaleza, le está dando un papel, una personificación. Tension building, uncertainty, fog, slow approach of pirates. Now, main ideas, and you have to work now. Al principio tenía las debatable questions, que ahora no va a haber respuestas. Ven como vamos cambiando en cada chapter. The loyal crew into the stockade. The for defense, while pirates the Jolly Roger. Silver, a fake peace talk. Smollett, to surrender. Now, they each other. Tension, battle, clearly coming. The environment missed silence, increased suspense. Okay. And here we have another picture created by AI. Yes, inside the stockade, the mutiny starts. Terrible este Silver, eh? We come to offer terms. See, the curse had been spoken. The final struggle had begun. Dun, 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 a lot of tension. All right. Well, you have an idea of chapter 10. The mutiny has already started. There are killings. Okay. And we jump on to chapter 11 comes. All right. See you next. Keep on rocking it. Remember that you can write ideas, answer the main ideas here, complete them to check the verbs if they are okay. And you can participate in our classes in order to talk about it. From time to time, there's a book club and we analyze this story. Okay? Keep on rocking it. Bye.